Our control unit will look like this. We have many connections we're going to analyze with two limit switches closing and opening. This closing and this opening in reverse needs mechanical change. They will be inverted. For the inversion, we will have to do that. Mechanical gearbox, which we explained before, and obviously reverse the two limit switches at these connections. The control unit briefly has a common start connection. Pedestrian contact we won't, because it's not necessary on the barrier contact of photocell 2 or coast, photocell contact, common contact. Obviously these two contacts are for now bridged as they are not used, and contact of stop contact connects to a microswitch, connected to a microswitch on the door of the part. Motor stops during inspections or door opening. In case inspections are to be carried out or when the door is open, engine starts, stop, and therefore does not create movement, and we safeguard safety. Then we have another municipality. It concerns limit switch opening and closing. Closing here we have a 24-volt power supply for photocell accessories, motor connection. Then here instead we have the plus 24 connection, flashing, and two links for the LED colors we explained previously. Here we have the courtesy light, which does not produce power but is a clean contact. We could have a light, courtesy of the tension that we prefer. Let's move on. Now on to the dip switches. The dip switches, we have a central unit, as we were saying, multifunctional in this case. We have option 1, which must always remain in off. Speaking about the barrier, since with on, it would be for the tilting option. Now it doesn't matter. Dip switch 2 for the automatic closing, dip switch 3 for the condominium, 4 for reversing in case opens right or left, reverses and run in motor, 5 for the coast option. Photocell 2 with a reversal in case of intervention to free the obstacle or stop on the. It will stop immediately, while in we'll have a reversal of about 20 centimeters. To clear the obstacle, dip 6 concerns the flashing light, because the control unit can manage both the flashing light in fixed light mode or flashing mode. Dip switch 7 is for slowing down. Dip 8 is used for motors that are equipped with encoder. Dip 9 concerns the option radio for some types of remote controls that are able to be programmed without intervention on the central, but we are talking about a specific remote control. Dip 10 is typically used on sliding doors because it makes a split between heavy engines like gates, heavy and light gates. Now let's move on to the power supply of the plug-in fuse transformer. Here we have the entrance for the batteries. We remember that the control unit can manage the connected batteries as on the batteries, because the voltage being managed is 24 volts. It means that they are normally integrated into the system. Two 12-volt batteries placed in series. When there is the control unit recharges batteries. The batteries, when the power is missing, line voltage power plant is powered directly from the batteries themselves. Let's go ahead and do the programming. Now for our remote control, let's press the Pro button. Wait a second, the LED stays on. We press the button on the remote control that we want to memorize. As we saw it flash, now it is turned off, indicating it has left programming. Now as we see in the LEDs, we have photocell 2 on, which means it's correctly in line, or bridge photocell 1 on. It indeed means that it is correctly in line or bridged, as in our case. The opening limit switch is currently active while the closing one is off because the bar. It's indeed in the closing position. Now let's go ahead and do a standard programming. To enter programming, we'll press the prog time button for 2 seconds. In programming, we start by opening new paths, then slow down to carefully consider each step, leading us to a thoughtful end. Opening run. A pulse will start for closing A. Break time. Let's wait for the time from us. When the desired condition is met, a pulse will initiate the process of closing a circuit or mechanism. The impulse will gradually slow down, marking the end of the closing stroke and the end of the process of the programming. Now, when we press the remote control, this whole cycle has been stored and will be reproposed with the exact same times that we certainly, indeed exactly remember. The primary main safety in this case is the closing photocell to terminal 5, 6 with contact, and which will intervene when the bar is closing, bringing it back to the opening.